sister Beth has taken ill. Everyone has begun to suspect it's very serious and contagious. Scarlet fever. To keep me out of harm's way, I've been sent away to stay with Aunt March until the danger passes. Marmee is still away in Washington tending to Father, and my sisters, especially Jo, are taking care of Beth. Of course, we haven't sent word to Marmee about Beth's illness, so she doesn't know anything about it. That's because we don't want to worry her needlessly, and we're hoping Beth recovers soon.
Mother, I want to get up. Oh.
Besides missing my family, the only bad thing about staying at Aunt March's is her house is so far from the school that I have to wake up much earlier in order to get ready on time. I haven't quite gotten the hang of it, though. But tomorrow, I promised myself, it's going to be different. Tomorrow, I'm getting up so early that I won't have to run in order to be at school on time.
Jo?
How do you feel, Beth?
Awful. What time is it?
About 9.
Did I sleep long?
Not at all.
It's very dark in here.
You should be resting, getting some sleep.
Has Amy had her breakfast and left already?
I suppose.
That's right. I almost forgot. Amy's been staying at Aunt March's place for a while, hasn't she?
That's right. Are you hungry?
Not a bit.
Beth, you have to eat something even if you don't have an appetite.
My throat is sore.
You sound a little hoarse.
Jo, would you get me some water, please?
Sure. Beth! Oh, dear. Here, sit up. You want more?
No, thanks.
Feeling better?
A little. Can we talk for a while?
Well, okay, but just a little.
I believe I'm over the worst of it and on the road to recovery, don't you?
That's the spirit. I knew Dr. Banks was right when he said you'd be over this in no time.
Promise you won't mention a word of this to Marmee.
Of course not. We haven't mentioned one thing.
I wouldn't want to bother her while she's trying to help Father get well.
We know that.
Good. That reminds me, have we had any new word about Father?
Yes, we received a letter from Marmee yesterday. You see, we didn't want to tell you at the time, Beth, but it seems that Father is much worse off now. But Marmee says we should all be optimistic and try to think positive. That Father is on the road to recovery also.
That's because he has Marmee at his bedside taking good care of him.
Yes, I agree. Here, let me help. There. Now you lie down and get some rest.
I'm such a bother. I'm sorry.
You're my sister. I love you. You don't have to apologize for being sick. After all, if you hadn't taken care of the Hummels for me, you wouldn't be sick at all. I feel it's all my fault you're not feeling well.
You mustn't blame yourself, Jo.
Beth, dear, I'm taking good care of you, aren't I? I'm doing all I can. After all, I feel like I may even be a good nurse one day. Beth? Beth?
Good morning. I'll look after her now, Jo. You go eat breakfast.
I will. What's that?
This is hot pumpkin soup. I made it special this morning for our little Beth.
That smells wonderful. Hey, Beth, don't you want to try some?
Try it. Come on, honey child. You're gonna have to eat something if you ever want to feel better.
All right.
How's Beth? Doing better?
Well, her appetite's coming back.
That must mean she's feeling better.
Yes, well, I wish I were as confident as you are.
Oh?
Actually, I think she's forcing herself to eat.
Come to think of it, Jo, what in the world happened to your bad cold?
It completely slipped my mind. I imagine that Beth's scarlet fever must have scared it away because it's disappeared. I don't have it now.
Well, I hope Beth will continue improving and be all well by next month.
We Marches do get sick from time to time, but we always bounce back. Meg, we come from hearty stock.
That's right. She should be up and around in no time.
Yes, come in.
Good morning. Pardon the interruption, but I was wondering about Beth.
Don't be silly. You're not interrupting. Please, why don't you join us?
Grandfather's worried about Beth. He sent me over to find out whether her condition has improved any. He's waiting anxiously. I've never seen him so beside himself.
She's no better nor any worse than yesterday.
That's a great sign. It could mean she's broken the back of the fever.
We're hoping and praying that's what's happened.
I noticed you've been home a lot. Are you taking time off from work?
Yes, I'm afraid of infecting the children.
Good thinking. If there's anything we can do to help, just ask.
Thanks, Lori. But I can't think of anything.
Well, I won't keep you girls any longer. Grandfather will be coming over later to visit Beth. Goodbye.
Lori, wait, please.
Yes?
Yesterday, Dr. Banks advised us that Beth might be contagious and that your grandfather should stay away from her.
He can't catch it. Or can he?
As a matter of fact, Dr. Banks told us that older people are even more susceptible to catching it than we are.
Thanks. I'll tell Grandfather that.
It's that time. I guess I'll clean up.
Despite everyone's earlier optimism, later that day Beth took a turn for the worse. Dr. Banks' scheduled arrival was eagerly awaited.
Girls, Dr. Banks is here. Please come in.
Well, how are we doing? And how's my patient this morning?
I was feeling better earlier.
Uh-oh.
How about now? Joe, has she been carrying a fever?
Yes, well, she
Now,
was last
Milky.
night, but
You have to stay out of there because Beth is sick and we want you to stay healthy.
You are talking nonsense. I am not going to catch scarlet fever by visiting Beth, I tell you.
That's not what the doctor said, so you're not going.
Don't try to stop me, Laurie.
Please,
Take your
Grandfather,
hands
don't
off
be
of
so
me. I'm going to
stubborn.
visit that girl.
Be reasonable. The doctor says if you've never had scarlet fever, you're not immune to it.
There's no such thing as immunity, and frankly, I don't care. Now, Laurie, stop this.
But Grandfather, that's the whole point. Don't you understand? You can catch the fever.
Nonsense.
Gracious!
Grandfather, won't you listen to me? There's no point in being so stubborn about this.
My mind is made up. Do you understand? Now get out of my way.
Grandfather, please, I beg of you for your own sake.
Stop this nonsense, Laurie. You are making me
But,
very
sir.
angry.
Oh.
Open the door.
Oh well.
Dr. Banks, excuse me, but I have to ask you a question about Beth. Are you sure she really has scarlet fever?
It's scarlet fever, no question. Her glands are swollen, her throat's sore, and she's developed a rash around her throat, so there's no doubt.
I understand. Oh, doctor, about her sore throat, excuse me, what can I do to help?
Keep her iced down. Make sure she gargles with the medicine I gave you. Good day.
Doctor, there's no danger of my sister dying from this, is there?
Well, I can't guarantee that, Joe.
Don't let her die. Please, doctor, you must do something to help.
I'm going to do my best, I promise.
Thanks.
Ah, good day, Mr. Lawrence. And how are you, sir?
I've been informed, in no uncertain terms, that you don't want me anywhere near Beth. Is that correct?
Sir?
Well,
That is correct. And as the girl's physician, I consider you to be at risk. And there's no real reason for you to come in contact with her.
you believe that I could catch scarlet fever merely by coming in contact with that girl?
I think it's a possibility. As a matter of fact, I've even instructed them to make sure and keep the kitten out of the room.
What are you saying? That I'm to be treated no differently than a common household cat?
No, not at all, sir. I mean, scarlet fever is a very contagious disease.
And I am concerned about her well-being, sir. And whenever I have nothing else to do, I thought that I could sit with her a while and maybe that would cheer her up.
It was my duty to inform you of the dangers, sir. But go right ahead if you wish to take the risk.
Really?
Dr. Bangs, please do everything you can to make her well.
I'm doing the best I can. However, this isn't like the common cold, Mr. Lawrence. Scarlet fever can take a great while longer to recover from completely.
I understand, Doctor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to Beth.
Mr. Lawrence, wait.
What's the matter? You said...
I know what I said, but I want you to keep a safe distance for your own sake.
Thank you. I appreciate the caution.
You're welcome.
Here you are, darling. This will make you feel better. Oh, Mr. Lawrence.
I'll just be a minute, Hannah. Hello, Beth.
Huh? Oh, Mr. Lawrence.
I was wondering how long before Beth will be able to play the piano again, and you know what answer came to me? Soon, I felt, because her music is so glorious to hear. In a short while, she'll be playing the piano. You just have to be patient, I said to myself.
Thanks. I want to play the piano.
Get well soon. I'm anxious to hear it again.
Yes.
I miss you, Beth. You have to get well real soon.
Thanks.
Amy, do you think your prince will be coming today?
Maybe. Why?
I was just wondering. Uh-oh. I guess he's not coming after all.
He'll show up. Anyway, goodbye.
Don't be late tomorrow, Amy.
I'm going to do my best to be on time.
Bye, Amy.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Darn.
Oh, hi.
Hi! Yippee! Hi, Larry. Where were you? I didn't think you were going to make it today.
I'm sorry, Amy. I've had so much to do, I've been running late all day long, but here I am to pick you up.
Everybody was making fun of me, asking, where's your prince?
Maybe I shouldn't come if it's causing you embarrassment.
No, you must come every day.
Well, come on, get in.
Give me a hand, please.
Up you go.
Thank you.
Okay, come on. Get up there.
Lori, how is Beth doing?
About the same. No better, no worse.
Lori, do you think maybe I could move back home by Christmas?
I wouldn't know, Amy.
It's only a month away.
1 month? We're only 1 month away from Christmas? Golly, that means I've known the March family for well over a year now.
What? Why are you taking Amy out again? I don't understand.
Because I promised I would take her out every day. Besides, Amy misses her family. And you've been giving her a pretty hard time around here late. Oops.
What do you mean by that? Am I an ogre? What exactly do you mean I'm giving her a hard time?
Gosh, I didn't mean any offense, Mrs. March. I only meant that it's hard for Amy being separated from her family, living in somebody else's home.
This is not someone else's home. I happen to be family. I'm her great-aunt.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry.
Anyway, for me this is an opportunity to get to know my niece Amy better and to share some of what little time I have left. I'm an old woman. When might I get the chance again?
I understand.
I know my niece Jo well, but when Amy was here with her family, we didn't spend very much time together. I guess we were always too busy. I didn't even know she was good at drawing.
She is a very good artist, isn't she?
Yes, she is, and Beth is a talented musician. And although Amy is good at drawing, poor child can't read a book worth a darn. I'm glad they're so talented in different ways.
I agree.
I can't imagine where you got that silly idea. But I am fond of my niece. I would never do anything to give her a hard time.
No, of course you wouldn't. I know that.
Come here. I'm going to tell you something confidential. When Amy grows up, she's going to be very beautiful.
Oh, my. Do you really think so?
More beautiful than Meg, even.
You seem to be awfully sure about that.
I know what I'm talking about.
Huh. Amy beautiful. I find that very hard to believe.
Well, I'm ready. Thanks for waiting. We can go now. What are you laughing at, huh? What's so funny?
Nothing, Amy.
That's not true. You're laughing at me. I'm getting off. Lori, I want you to stop.
Huh? But how come?
How come? You know darn well how come. You keep looking at me and giggling and giggling. I can't stand it anymore.
I'm sorry, Amy. I won't laugh at you anymore.
You mean that?
I mean it. Get up.
You lied. You're laughing at me again. You broke
Amy,
your
stop
promise.
it. I didn't mean to. Come on, Amy, cut it out. Oh, no, I lost the reins. Hold on. Hold tight, Amy. Oh. We'll be okay. Just hang on.
Are we safe?
I think so.
That was close.
You can say that again.
Oh, I've never been so afraid.
Don't be so dramatic, Amy.
Tell me what you were laughing about. Be honest with me. Tell me the truth because I want to know.
You really want to know?
Yes.
All right, I'll tell you.
Aunt March said that about me?
Sure did.
That I'll be prettier than Meg?
That's right.
As far as I'm concerned, that's the nicest thing she's ever said.
I know. Yeah?
To think she said I'd be beautiful. Huh? Hey, wait a minute. Lori, why were you laughing just a little while ago?
Let's go a little faster. Get up there.
Why? Why were you laughing?
Don't pull my arm. You don't want me to drop the reins again, do you? Remember?
Come on, I deserve to know.
Get up there.
Lori may not believe what Aunt March said, but I'll show him. I'm going to be a classic beauty like Cleopatra. I just need my nose to get a little smaller, that's all. And I also need to get a little older, too. But that will happen with time.
Meg, what are you doing?
Oh, good morning. I was just waiting for Dr. Banks to arrive.
I take it Beth hasn't shown any improvement then.
She's worse. Her temperature's gone up, and she's been shivering all morning long. Dr. Banks hasn't made his morning call yet.
What's that? And you just stand here waiting for him to show up? Has no one been sent after the doctor?
Well, no, sir. He usually checks in on Beth every morning about this time.
Theodore is still home. We'll tell him to go and fetch the doctor immediately.
Oh, look, there he comes now.
Hold on. The doctor's on his way.
I'm not giving up, Joe. I'm gonna beat this thing. You wait and see.
Dr. Banks is here now.
Thank God you're here. Dr. Banks, Beth has had trouble breathing all morning long.
This isn't good.
Meg, is Beth doing any better?
Mr. Lawrence, we shall be sending a telegram to Washington.
What? Is she that seriously ill?
I'm afraid so. Dr. Banks has advised us to send it.
I'll have Theodore deliver it. Good, you came just in time, Theodore. We have an errand for you to run.
What?
And so Lori was taking the message to Marmee that Beth had taken a turn for the worse and that her presence was needed back at home. Dr. Banks had not given anyone any reason for optimism. In fact, he said about all any of us could do was hope and pray. Dear Lord, please have mercy on my sister. Oh, Lord, please save Beth. Help her.
Fortunes of